guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Lipsy. We're back for another day of 31 days of Spooktober. I hope you've all had a good day. I hope you're all relaxed and ready to listen to my video. But today is going to be another pub. We've come to an understanding that like all the castles in Wales are haunted, but I'm also starting to realise that the majority of the pubs are haunted too. I hadn't realised that. Before I started this, I didn't realise that so many pubs are haunted in Wales. But here we go. This is a pub called the Prince of Wales Inn, and it's located in Kenfig, which is by Bridgend. So without further ado guys, let's jump in and let's get into it. So it was opened in the 15th century. It was previously called T Newydd Tavern, which is new house tavern. It's now a grade 2 listed building, and fun fact was for 137 years it was actually a Sunday school for kids. It was constructed to serve as the new town hall after the last one got buried underneath the sand dune. So basically there was a huge sandstorm and the whole village got covered in sand and buried. They said the storm engulfed a whole town in thousands of tons of sand. But the building of the venue also marked the separation of two villages between Maudlem and Kenfig. So this was a separation point basically. Now, as well as being used as a town hall, a Sunday school, it was used as a court, a place of trade, a place to hold dancing festivals, and even a mortuary for nearby shipwrecks. Now, to dive into the scary stuff, rumour goes that one of the walls in the pub can actually talk. Conversations of drinkers who are dead for a fact are still heard within the walls of this pub. It's said they can also be heard in the watering hole, which is nearby, just out in the garden. Now, they actually had sound experts in to investigate this. They set up a load of recording equipment around the room. They knew for a fact that the room was silent throughout the night. But when they listened back to it, they found that they were able to hear sounds such as the organ playing, knocks, footsteps, and even human voices. One of the theories put forward was that the sound had potentially gotten stuck in the stones of the wall, continuing to play years after passing. Do you believe that? Because I've never heard a wall talk to me. Many people have actually felt the sensation of people who aren't visible being there. Children and animals have all kind of turned their attention on people that aren't there. Dogs' heads would turn in unison, and children have interacted with invisible people. It's an incredibly active place with countless ghosts known for being there. One of which includes a smelly ghost. Now, it's said that this ghost just roams around and you know it's there because it smells like rotten fish. Staff have admitted that they've seen red glowing eyes poking out of a wall of an opening in a roof leading to the attic. One particular moment of unexplained phenomena is one of the auditory kind. This dates back to the 1980s, where the landlord at the time and his wife were upstairs. They would allegedly hear this happen every single night. And what they would hear was the sound of the organ in the Sunday school area playing. Now, this was in the school hall part of the building, and they would hear it playing. They knew it was playing, and every single time they would go up there and go inside, it would just stop. They would get to the door and it would stop. The first time that they heard it, the landlord actually said that he thought that someone had got in, a drunk person had got in and decided they wanted to play the organ. He did say that it was weird that they were playing songs that were religious, but he palmed it off. It went up time to go, and to his surprise there was nobody there. It said that if you go into this hall that your ears get pulled. So if you sit down in one of the chairs and just look at the organ, your ears will get pulled back. This is situated just above the bar, and there's been reportedly people stood in the doorway. People have had their faces stroked and heard footsteps on the boards. Now, it's not uncommon that someone would be sat at the bar and they would hear people upstairs, and people have queried, can I hire that room? Because I know the people up there the other day, I heard stuff up there and they don't hire it out. There's nothing going on up there. Whatever they hear is not people alive. There's said to be a 9-year-old boy in the cupboard as well. Now it's thought that he lost his life in a nearby accident, and he used to go to Sunday school at the building. So it seems like his spirit has just stayed there because it's where he felt comfortable, and it's perhaps that he came from a poor home, so this is the place that he would get food and water, so he didn't want to leave there. People have seen him countless times hanging around the room upstairs. Now speaking of the room upstairs, there has been many occurrences where there's been mist through the rooms. Now this has been in 3 colours only: black, pink and white. Nobody's seen it in any other colour, but when people see it they always report it back to the landlord, and every time he's just mystified by the whole thing. Why black, pink and white? You'd understand it was white, but weird. Someone reportedly heard a voice shouting "Good night, Jack" to somebody across the car park when they were leaving late at night. It said that the old landlord who passed away is called Jack, so the person who left thought that it was to him, but when he looked around there was definitely nobody there, and the sound had come from the gallows just opposite. The bar staff have said that they've seen things shoot across the room on numerous occasions. This includes jugs, bowls, anything you'd find in your normal bar kitchen, but they said that they're just used to it now. And they've also taken orders of ghosts, so they'll hear someone saying whatever they want, they'll put it down, order it, and by the time it's cooked they realise, oh, that wasn't a real order. And lastly, there's the little old lady who sits at the bar. So it seems like she resides in the building constantly, because every night people seem to think that when they go into the bathrooms a little old lady spoke to them. However, we know this isn't true. The little old lady is never at the bar in person, but she is there in spirit form. It said that she has a little Welsh jacket on. She carries a little bag with her, and she introduces herself to people when they go into the toilet. So I quite like that, to be honest. No, I wouldn't, because toilets creep me out. I've said this before. Let me know in the comments if you've been here, because you might have gone there not knowing it was haunted. I mean, I doubt it, but at the same time, maybe you have. If you have, let me know in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, guys. And if you do, hit that notification bell so I can alert you every single time I upload to my channel. And remember, guys, never let anyone dull your sparkle.
It's not for me to say.